Possible ADW suspect at 1576 with 36 Street. He's an ADW suspect there now. Additional beer calling any suspect now live 35 26 years. You're on a free all life holding and arm with a gun 13.
Trump is a jackass.
Totally a jackass.
Man.
What's up, Brian? What's up, Dickie? What's up, Fancy Fan? What's up, Ralph? What's up, Rock? I was gonna ask you guys, check it out. What's up, little kid? Liz, Cindy, Chuck.
Were you guys around? Do you guys remember when that lady crashed? Is she getting tested? Check it out. Do you guys remember when that lady crashed into the grocery store at UCLA? Was anybody here when we did that? Hello, Diane, Stacy, Cora, Bella, Tash, De Silva. You guys remember that? Well, check it out. So this is the grocery store that car crashed into, and they're running a DUI checkpoint at the grocery store. Look at. I got in trouble for misinformation that day. Look. This is where the car drove through right here. Remember, this is the bakery. This is that bakery. Hey, Rosie. Yeah. Look, there's a memorial right here. There's a memorial for the victims. Rest in peace. There's who the memorial's for right there. Yeah, like a month ago. You guys remember that? The bike was right here, and the lady just crashed right through here. It's this bakery at Rancho Market. And then it smashed right through here, ran over a couple of people. 3 people died. Wow. So 3 people died. Zidao, Darius, Ranjo. But anyway, my point is, they run DUI checkpoints where there's fatal accidents, and we don't know for sure what happened that day. But maybe it was a DUI. We'll have to ask one of the officers. Because look, they're literally running a DUI right where the accident happened. So we're going to have to ask one of the officers if that's what the deal is, because this is like a UCLA area, you know? This is UCLA. How many cars they bringing in? Oh, here's their little here's their checkpoint. So they're bringing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at a time. It's a standard checkpoint. They got a lot of cops here. They got a lot of police here. But this is where that crash happened. Right here. But it was coming that direction. It was coming the other direction, actually. So maybe we'll chill out for a minute. Right here. Maybe we'll chill out. Yeah, when I got in trouble. Yeah, I got in trouble, exactly. So 3 people passed away. They're all on the sign here. About a month ago. They took my live down for a week for misinformation, which is ridiculous. So 3 people passed away from the bakery. Hair care Phyllis. Hair care Phyllis. The lady who cuts my hair ran away to Las Vegas. This is not Boyle Heights. This is UCLA. The lady who cuts my hair ran away to Las Vegas. Castillo's not here now. You've lived in Culver City 20 years? Do you know how to cut hair? Is that a stupid question? Since the lady who cuts my hair, since she went to Las Vegas in August, I've gotten 3 terrible haircuts. 44 years? No offense, Phyllis, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm coming sideways, right? But nobody knows how to cut hair, Phyllis. Let's leave you out of the equation. Phyllis, the last 3 people who cut my hair have all been cutting hair for 40 years, and they all did a terrible job. Oh, you live in Philadelphia, Colorado. Wow, my brain is gone. My brain is completely gone. How did I get Philadelphia out of Colorado? I gotta go, guys, and get my head checked. There's some people fighting now on the street here. I do just games. I do go to Las Vegas to get my hair cut now. No, I don't fly. Otherwise, I could just fly up to Vegas for like $35 on Southwest. But I don't fly. If we had that high-speed train, I wouldn't even take that, because if you crash in a high-speed train, you're gonna die. Castillo wants to know if I'm okay. Yeah, Rosie said, be careful, are you okay? What are you guys talking about? Rosie said, be careful, and Castillo said, are you okay? What are you guys all talking about? Did something happen to me and I'm not aware of it? Huh? You trying to get a mental health unit for me? I could use that. That's for damn sure. I could definitely use that. Maybe Tony could cut my hair? No. Don't even get me started. All right, don't get me started. Cop said this guy looks familiar. Let's take a look. Who is it? Cop said this guy looks familiar. Who does it look like? Who does that look like? Do we recognize this guy? The police said he looked familiar. This guy's in a nice ass car. First of all, you guys, we're by UCLA in Beverly Hills. You don't really see like checkpoints here. They're probably doing it here because of this crash at the Rancho Market. Yeah, look, it was data from Star Trek. Phil, was that data from Star Trek? I think it might have been. Hold on. I don't know if you're just being funny, but it did look like data from Star Trek. It fucking did. You guys, I'm just chilling at the bus stop, watching this checkpoint. Would you ever buy a yellow car like that? He definitely didn't want to be filmed. You're going to see a lot of rich people and a lot of students driving through here. I don't know. Thursday night's not a checkpoint night for me. First of all, I can tell you guys this. Tomorrow night, there is a kick-ass checkpoint. And why do I say kick-ass? Because based on last year, I know where the checkpoints are where people get arrested like every 3 seconds. And tomorrow night, there's a good one. So I'll probably go run that back. But I just running by this one. It did look like Bernie Madoff. It did look like Bernie Madoff. Hi, Katrina. Daisy is declining every day, man. You know, Daisy is declining every day. I like saying she's doing all right, but she's really not, man. She's really not. At the end of the day, she's really not. I mean, a lot of crying. She gets like super, like, you know, she gets super taken care of really well, Katrina. You know, she ate good today. What happened today with her? I mean, she almost looks a little lost, you know, in a way. In a way. She almost looks lost. She is a tough cat. I was recording a song today. I've been working on one song for 4 years, and it's really starting to get in my fucking craw. You know what I'm saying? 4 fucking years on a song, and I just cannot fucking figure it out. And look at these girls riding through the checkpoint. These girls on their bikes crashing into the checkpoint. Literally, they almost crashed. You should be testing those girls. Told you, a lot of students. We're basically on the UCLA campus, guys. Everybody you see walking by is either a student or not a student, according to the last couple, especially the one who didn't want to be filmed. It did look like Barry Manilow. What was I saying? Oh, but I'm trying to incorporate Daisy's name into the song. So my cat Ellie Mae's name is in the song. Daisy's meowing is in the song. And now I want to put Daisy's name in the song. And I'm having a hard time in the second verse putting Daisy Blue in the verse. It's really difficult. This song is really annoying me. See, there goes. You guys, if you guys look at the racial dot map Does anybody know what the racial dot mat is? They can still be students, that older couple. Daisy Blue, don't rain on you, maybe. If I had a way to play you the song, I would play it. But the verse, the melody goes like this. Da na 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 na. Da na na na. That's not gonna help you. But getting Daisy Blue in there is hard because I'm trying to get my other cat Soda Pop into it, and that's a really hard name to put in there. Okay? Soda Pop is a really hard name to get in there. It was not helpful, yeah. Well, listen. This feels like a really oversaturated, deorganized, cluttered, not well-functioning DUI checkpoint. And I'm not here to criticize them, but I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I don't know if you guys know what the racial dot map is, right? The racial dot map is an online map that puts a different color mark on a map for every race. But it's usually per 10 people. So every dot represents 10 people, basically. But you can look at the racial dot map and literally look. You can basically see that the entire country is mostly still segregated, right? So blue dots represent white people. Green dots. It depends on which racial dot map you use. Nobody knows about this map apparently but me. But what I'm saying is, thank you, Hanson fan. If you zoom in on the racial dot map over UCLA, it's a solid red brick. Okay, because red dots represent Asians. Red dots represent Asians. If you zoom in on UCLA, it's just a solid red brick. And an even crazier thing to see when you go look up the racial dot map is when you zoom in on any prison, green dots represent African Americans. And when you zoom in on any prison, it's almost solid green in color, which basically reinforces the stereotype that African Americans are definitely over incarcerated. I don't think I'm getting anywhere here with the racial dot map. I feel like I'm getting nowhere with the racial dot map. But it also proves how segregated we still are. You can only go to cities like LA and zoom in on certain areas where you see a mix of colors in the dots. Very difficult to do, to find. You think they're gonna pull anybody out here? Oh, so they're allowed. Look at, there goes Coco the robot. There goes Coco the robot. So this is why this feels like a weird checkpoint. They have a crosswalk, a functioning crosswalk in the middle of the checkpoint. I'm telling you guys, this is a disaster. This was a bad idea to do this here. You have students on bikes cutting through, dogs, Coco the robot. The crosswalk is open. This is a disaster. Castillo would appreciate this checkpoint, actually, just because of the crosswalk that's cutting right through it. I don't know who this dude is, but he keeps staring at me, and he keeps moving closer and closer to me. He's making me nervous. Students. More students. They had a weird smell about them. I mean, that's neither here nor there, but those three people who just walked by me smelled really strange. Like, I've never smelled that smell before. I don't know what's going on with them, but I don't ever want to smell that smell again. Whatever I just smelled, wow. Here comes another robot. I did. I scared him. This guy's standing right in his way. How disrespectful to not get out of the robot's way. You know what I mean? Get out of the robot's way. These robots are popular, right? They're like R2-D2. They're popular like R2-D2 because they're almost cute. They're cute like the monkey Punch. Do you guys know the monkey Punch? Apparently he's got a girlfriend now. I follow this monkey called Punch in Japan. I mean, this is crazy. Do you tip robots like cows in the Midwest? No, because I think you can be charged for a crime for that because it's videotaping. You know what I mean? And so you don't want to do that. Kristen is in love with Punch. So am I. I love Punch so much. How bad do you just want to pet him? You know what I mean? He's got like this little furry head. But today they're putting videos out that Punch has a girlfriend, and there's a little kind of brown Punch, the same size as him, and they're like kissing. I think they're too young to be dating, though. Honestly. Yeah, Punch has a girlfriend now. I just saw the videos today. 2 videos today while I scrolled showed Punch has a new girlfriend, and it's a little brown monkey, the same size exactly. Basically a replica of Punch, but female and brown. And they're kissing. These just came out today, or I saw them for the first time today. Punch has a girlfriend. What is Red Shorts doing, you guys? What is Red Shorts up to, you guys? What's up, Olive Angel? This guy might be blind. You're right. Oh, here comes another Coco. Man, these robots are busy here. These robots got a lot of busy. You guys, I was going to do a knock-knock joke on Castile, but he's not here. He's at a different checkpoint. So I'm going to do it to you guys. Okay? We're going to try something where you guys do the joke at home. Okay? So you guys say it out loud. I know you're by yourselves, but this will be fun. Are you guys ready? First, we're going to set the joke up by doing some really generic knock-knock jokes. Okay? Here's a classic. You ready? Here we go. Knock, knock. And then you say, you guys have to, at home, you guys have to pretend like we're having a conversation. Who's there, right? So you guys have to play along. Let's just get right to the good joke, okay? Hold on, I forgot it. Let me remember it. Hold on. Shit, I forgot it, you guys. Oh my God, hold on, give me a second. Hold on. Knock, knock, who's there? Fuck, I forgot it. You guys, I just blew the whole bit. And I didn't save the video. God damn it. Give me a minute. I need a moment alone. Let me think this through. Oh, I got it. I remember. Okay. Okay, I remember. You guys, I remember it. No, hold on. I remember it. Everybody calm the fuck down. Okay, now remember, you guys have to say this out loud at home. I'll say knock, knock. You'll say who's there. You don't have to type it in the chat, okay? That's stupid. You're going to say who's there. And then I'm going to say the word, and then you're going to say the word who. Okay? Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Okay, this is it. We're doing it. Ready? Knock, knock. I eat mop. I eat mop. Like IEATMOP. Gotcha. I got all of you motherfuckers. You eat your poo? What? I got all you motherfuckers. What are you guys doing? What are you guys fucking doing? Get the fuck out of here. You nasty mother effers. Am I 5? Just about. Just about. It's funny. I don't care what anybody says. It's funny. I saw that today. The girl who got caught on the beach saying it out loud and then she laughed at herself after she said it was hilarious. It's a keeper, man. That's a great second grade street joke, man. Like, that's a solid second grade street joke. That's a dad joke, for sure. It's not a dud. Get out of here. You're just mad because you said that you eat your poo out loud. That's all. You're just mad. How can there be a working crosswalk in the middle of a DUI checkpoint? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, mommy of 2, I'm ready. I'm ready. Bring it on. Did I drive here from the bar? That's funny. What kind of honeybees? What kind of bees make milk? What kind of bees make milk? Whoa, that was almost an accident right there. They almost got rear-ended. Boobies. That's pretty funny, actually. Boobies, that's kind of funny. I like that, actually. I was distracted by that accident. I was distracted. Boobies. Boobies. Anyway, what I'm saying is, you guys, Asian students keep walking by me. This is not a good place for me to be. Anyway, so we were here a month ago. There was a traffic accident. A car drove right into this bakery behind me and unalived 3 people. First of all, there was a guy on a bicycle riding down the middle of the road. Some person went out of control in their car, hit the bike, and then dragged the person on the bike under the car through the front of the bakery and unalived 2 more people. 3 people are unalived. You got one, Crispy? Okay, did I start some kind of a joke thing here? Emmy Laura, I don't think the driver was sober. I'm assuming that the reason the DUI checkpoint here is here because the driver was not sober. Because a month later, they have a DUI checkpoint at the very intersection that this accident happened. This is a DUI, UCLA DUI checkpoint. Yeah, I eat mop. I eat mop. Isn't it hilarious? I love that, man. I love that. I eat mop. I was going to do that to Castillo, but I didn't see. I wanted to do that to Castillo and then let everybody in the live hear him say that out loud. So don't go revealing that joke to him. Look at these people. Castillo always tries that joke on me that says, he said, when you were a kid, did you blow bubbles? Because that's Castillo's favorite joke. When you were a kid, did you blow bubbles? And then he wanted me to say yes, because he wanted to say, oh, because he's looking for you. But I said, I'm not going to answer that. So I don't let Castillo get me. dumb jokes. They got an open crosswalk going right through the middle of a checkpoint. It's really wild that they got an open crosswalk riding right through the middle of a checkpoint. I mean, I did miss Chrissy's joke. Let me go back. Let me go back and find it. I didn't see it. Yeah, red shorts. Red shorts moved along finally. I had my eye on red shorts, you know what I mean? AI says the host is performing knock-knock jokes. No, I'm not, okay? Don't do that to me. I'm not doing that anymore. I got a feeling that there's a lot of high-end Mercedes coming through here, you know what I'm saying? I hate this Mercedes thing right here, you guys. You see how their gas cap or their emblem on the back of their Mercedes looks like it's cocked open? What is that? Is that a gas cap? Is that where they put gas? And who would want a $80,000, $120,000 car with the logo fucking tipped up like that? First of all, there goes a K-pop band. They turn around and they're staring at us. There goes a K-pop band. You guys missed it. A K-pop band just walked by us. The cops are fucking with these people right now. You guys missed the K-pop band. I was too zoomed in. Knock, knock, who's there? Tim who? Ha ha. You think that's the backup camera on that Mercedes? I'm gonna have to Google that later and fucking ask. You know what I mean? So, look at this Mercedes. Look at this Mercedes. Look at this Mercedes. So every fucking car that drives through here is practically a Mercedes. This one's like a 1983 fucking Mercedes. Like, we're in Westwood, you guys. Like, this isn't your standard inner city anything. This is just a good old classic. It's in perfect shape, too. It's in great shape. Well, would you guess? Another Mercedes. You guys, every other car is a fucking Mercedes at this point. This guy's in a Saab, though. He's from some other place. Well, here's a few Hondas, actually. But a lot of Mercedes rolling through Westwood. We're in Westwood, Beverly Hills, Westwood. We're on the border of Beverly Hills and Westwood. We might technically be in Beverly Hills, actually, still. We're basically on the campus of UCLA, which is in Beverly Hills. No, this is what I would expect in Westwood, but not a checkpoint. You know what I mean? I just want to see one of these rich people in the Mercedes get dragged out of their car. You guys, there are a flurry of DUI checkpoints going on across the city on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Tomorrow night there's multiple. Tonight's there's multiple. Saturday night there's multiple. Sunday there's multiple. That means they're back in session. Somebody funded this shit. Somebody funded this shit. They're going on every night. Tomorrow night there's 2 really good ones in Hollywood. So I'm going to this one in Hollywood tomorrow night where they arrest a lot of people on La Brea. I'm going to go and check that one out tomorrow. It's basically on like a Jewish synagogue's parking lot. So I'm going to ask all of the rabbis, because we saw a lot of rabbis at the last time we did it. I'm going to be asking them all, America first or Israel first? It's an easy question to answer. I just want to know on American soil what their answer is. America first or Israel first? Very important question. I'll be asking the rabbis tomorrow. SU office said, oh my God. What do you mean, oh my God? It's a fair question, isn't it? Trump is Israel's bitch, that's true. Tomorrow? It'll be 6:30 to 11 tomorrow. Oh, you do need to be there for that. Most rabbis aren't, but we're going to find out tomorrow. See, the interesting thing is when you ask anybody, almost anybody who is either Jewish or in politics, let's say, if you ask any politician or Jewish person, America first or Israel first, do you know what their answer is every time? They don't answer the question. Their answer every time is they fucking won't answer the question. It's an easy question. It's an easy question on American soil. Okay, I'm not in Tel Aviv asking the question. I'm in the United States of America asking the question. Didn't Trump get elected on an American first policy? I didn't vote for him, but isn't that the idea here? So I'm asking the questions. I'm just asking questions. Israel is only 2.6% of our country's population. 2.6% of our country's population are Jewish, okay? The same amount of people who live in the United States, around 7 million, or is the same amount of people that live in Israel overall, 7 million. But over here, it's 2% of the population, 2.5%. Now, we have a contract. We give Israel $3.8 billion a year in military support. And that's a contract, a 10-year contract. But Donald Trump has been giving them $18.7 billion annually. That's way outside of the purview. He's also asking for $200 billion he's also asking for $200 billion so my gas can go up another $1, because I was paying $4.49 a gallon 2 weeks ago, and today I'm paying $6.50 a gallon. So you guys are seeing $1, but in California we're seeing $2. I went by the cheap gas station today and it was $5.75. And if you guys think that's just gonna stop, I'm sorry, it's not. Everybody's talking in the middle of the country, oh, it's $3.85 a gallon. I'm paying $6.50 a gallon, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying $25 more for a full tank of gas than I was 2 weeks ago. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. It is California. It is California. Well, we have a really high gas tax as well. But that doesn't matter. The whole country is up $1. So it doesn't matter what your average is. Everybody is up $1, okay? And now you're going to be up another $1 in another 3 weeks. And I promise you, it's going to be up another. You're going to be paying $5 in Iowa. You're going to be paying $5 in Iowa in fucking 3.5 weeks. And I'm going to be seeing gas at $8 here. Go check the white car. Did they pull somebody out? Ow. The photographer's here. I think we might have somebody in the Mercedes. I think we might have somebody, you guys. We got our first victim, you guys. Here we go. I think we got somebody. Okay, let's pull them out. And they're in a Mercedes. Oh, they're letting them go. No. Were they in a Mercedes? I can't tell. AI says I'm streaming from UCLA DUI checkpoint, observing cars and questioning politics. Man, TikTok is always listening. AI is always listening, you guys. That's what the AI says on the TikTok, you guys. I got in trouble on YouTube, actually. I had to send an appeal to YouTube. They froze my monetization today, and I didn't even do anything wrong. It's really annoying. Hi, Dana. Miss Dana. Dana's the nurse who's going to come save my life when I'm having a stroke. Because apparently I have elevated cholesterol now, and I'm going to have a stroke. Dana.
What's your page? Don't hold your line.
Tim Pingle.
On Tik?
On TikTok or YouTube.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Why are they doing the thing tonight?
Why are they doing it tonight?
Yeah.
They must have just got funded because they're every night. There's about 5 to 15 every night. Tonight, tomorrow night. And, you know, this is where that crash happened. And so that's probably why they're doing it right here in particular. I don't know if the person was drunk who did this crash.
No.
I think it was an old person.
Yeah.
But they pick these kind of locations. The other one's downtown LA tonight right now.
Oh, really?
And a lot more people get arrested. Tomorrow night in Hollywood, it's on La Brea and
That
like
makes sense.
Melrose.
It's a Friday night.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
This is a little.
This is a weird one. They have a crosswalk run through. This is odd. Because very odd. Yeah, very odd. It's usually in the middle of the block. They usually don't stop a street, and then let people still use the crosswalk.
You get the notifications before they do it, right?
Yeah, just Google DUI checkpoint finder, and it'll tell you most of them. It'll tell you most of them. I don't think there'll be a lot of arrests at this one for some reason.
Has there ever been one?
Nah.
It's very rare. There's a master than There's a master than I'm getting out. All right, Tim.
Hey,
Take
have
care.
a good one, man. Have a good one, guys.
Follow you, I'll check you out.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Those seem like good dudes right there. I don't know who they were. They were all right. They were all right. How do you find checkpoints, Mr. President? Just Google, they don't list them all, but they're supposed to publicly list it. But if you just Google DUI checkpoint finder, the one with the yellow like yield sign looking website is my favorite. There's two. There's Mr. Checkpoint Finder, but I find that sometimes doesn't work. But if you look up DUI checkpoint finder in Google, it's the website with like the yellow diamond It looks like a yellow diamond sign that says DUI checkpoint finder, and scroll through that, and it lists every city and every location. Not all of them, actually. It lists the known locations. Listen, I can give you some tips right now. If you guys are ever driving up on one of these, you're going to see a construction sign, like an orange diamond. Construction. Hi, little flats. You're going to see it. Straight up, Mr. President, just remember, if you had a couple of pops, they'll always have an orange construction sign before the checkpoint that says DUI checkpoint ahead. And it's right at the last intersection. So you have a chance to turn away. You have a chance to turn right before the checkpoint. So always remember that. Nobody likes getting on the camera, you guys. All these young, pretty Asian girls keep hiding from the camera. These are all students. They're too young for me, except for, you know, what am I, Jeffrey Epstein? A lot of high-end cars here. Anybody here watch Joe from Joy of Everything? This guy's going down for sure. Here comes another white Mercedes. Can we drag someone out of a white Mercedes, please? This is the same Uber Eats guy we've seen 47 times. Was anybody watching Joy of Everything the other night? Somebody like screen recorded him, and then they posted that recording on a burner account that had the title Jeffrey Epstein, and then they put his picture up and his original video, and then Joe was like yelling at him a little bit. De Silva, you were watching that? I haven't seen Joe in person yet. I haven't seen him in a while, but I was able to dox that guy. I know who that was. I doxed that person, De Silva. I doxed him. I have my ways, and I'm not going to say what my ways were, but I have that guy's phone number, and I have that guy's name, and I have that guy's picture. And when I see him, I'm going to let him know. Yeah, last time I saw him in person was at the Grammys. Nothing happened to Joe, just this. It's a common occurrence. People steal his original content. But somebody was pulling some bullshit, and I was able to dox them out. Because the truth is, people who are a little dim-witted like that guy who did that to him, they're easy to manipulate, if you know what I'm saying. And I was watching the live that night, and Joe was pissed, and I was like, I felt like he really crossed the line. This guy made a fake account. He put Jeffrey Epstein, then he put Joe's picture, then he put Joe's original content. And I was like, I was a little furious. And I felt like that crossed a line. So I did what I had to do to get this guy's name, number, and picture. And I know who did that. And I know who did that. They got somebody. You guys, they got somebody. You guys, they got somebody. They're driving in a Lexus with no headlights on. No headlights on in a Lexus. This guy, we got somebody, you guys. We got somebody, finally. It's a red Lexus. They don't have their headlights on. So here we go. I'm waiting for him to walk his girlfriend by, and then we're gonna go watch the sobriety.
Over there, okay? Just gotta go through all the sobriety stuff and check him out.
So this guy's driving with no headlights on. This is what happened at the last checkpoint. When you come driving up at night and you don't have headlights on, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? It's never a good look.
Keep up.
Anyway, this crosswalk is open. This is where the bike came,
Got to keep up.
and they crashed right into this bakery right here. Okay, they're gonna do a field sobriety test right here, you guys. This 3 people were unalived about a month ago. That's the memorial they're standing in front of right there, you guys. This is the ranch. This is the Ranch Market Bakery where this went down. They're doing the DUI, they're doing the sobriety test in front of the memorial. That was a bad crash. You guys remember that? I got in trouble that day. I actually got in trouble that day. I don't know where they're parking their cars at. Yeah, the older woman. That's where the older woman was. Listen to this guy with the loud muffler and the really expensive car. My brother owns a muffler shop, brother. You need to get a muffler. Yeah, why they doing? Yeah, shut that fucker off. What's he driving? Hold on, let me see what this loud ass car is. I don't want to come off the sobriety test, but this guy's license plates with the loud muffler says Sheriff's Foundation on the license plate cover. It says Sheriff's Foundation. He's got Sheriff's Foundation on here. Wow, Sheriff's Foundation on his plate. I would have paid more attention to that. Anyway, this guy's being checked out, guys. Midas is right down the street, exactly. Well, I didn't show the car because I'm trying to keep an eye on this guy. Here we go. They're testing this guy to see if he's on drugs. Yeah, I don't know if he's drunk. I think they might. Listen, you guys, you never want to pull into the checkpoint with your headlights off at nighttime. It's always a bad idea. You pull up on the checkpoint with your headlights off, they're going to pull you out every time. They're going to pull you out every time. Most cars have automatic headlights. Apparently that Lexus doesn't have automatic headlights.
Hello. I'm doing a sobriety driver's license checkpoint.
This is in Beverly Hills in UCLA. Do you know where UCLA is? UCLA, Westwood. You turn yours off when driving in the driveway? Maybe he turned them off for the officer. He didn't even get into the checkpoint. Oh, this dude's drunk for sure. Hold on. I'd pull him out.
Keep going down.
Some of these people, I wouldn't even ask them if they were drunk. I'd just pull them out of the car.
So, we're doing tonight. Yeah, we're doing a sobriety checkpoint tonight.
How do you find... oh, that's an old comment. Sorry, you guys.
Especially on a hot day like this. That'd be refreshing.
You think this dude's straight as an arrow? We're at a checkpoint the other night. It was kind of bogus, actually. They might be letting him go, though. This dude might be in the clear. I think they suspected him of either using like the MJ or substances, because they made him look up. I know their look they do when it's like a. You want a Subway sandwich?
You good?
You want a combo deal?
You're gonna run a red light and a stop sign. You want it all the time.
Damn, look at that Porsche. You guys, I'm not showing you some of these cars, but this Porsche right here is pretty. Oh, they're not dragging them out. I think they're letting this guy go. I think he's gonna get out. They took his girlfriend over to a bench. They have a bench here that they just sit them on. She's sitting right here on a bench, and then they park their car right around the corner. I can't believe this store is still boarded up. How long does it take to fix?
All the way down.
Coffee Bean, am I happy today? Are you happy today, Tim? That's a hell of a question. That is a hell of a question. Am I happy today? Well, there's a lot to unpack there, Coffee Bean. There's a lot to unpack in that question.
Whoa, doing a sobriety checkpoint tonight.
Is she pretty? His girlfriend was, sure, why not? Sure. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm happy. You lost your aunt last night at 5:12 p.m.? Well, that's not good. That's terrible to hear.
Yeah.
I hope you are. You're a pain in the arse, but I enjoy you. Yeah, a lot of people who hate me watch me, and I'm not saying you hate me, Coffee Bean, because Coffee Bean's my favorite coffee, so I don't know what you're doing there. You're trying to confuse me,
I don't know what it is.
but I'm not going to let you get away with that.
I think it might be
I see what you're doing. It's not going to work. I am a pain in the ass. Like, I appreciate people who understand that I'm a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? Yeah, the night is young. But if you're somebody who knows I'm a pain in the ass, then I can appreciate that you do have good critical thinking skills. Because I'm not a pain in the ass. That's for damn sure. I'm definitely not a pain in the ass. You low-key love me? Oh, Coffee Bean, you just triggered me. You just triggered me. I don't like the term low-key, Coffee Bean. Okay? Are you a millennial or Gen Z? Let's have a conversation. Okay? You just said you love me, and I'm gonna assault your comment right now. But at least you don't hate me. Hate is a strong word. Okay? We only reserve that for the President of the United States of America. But low-key, that means you only love me a little bit. Okay? Why don't you high-key love me? No, what I don't like about low-key is this. Let me tell you what I don't like about the term low-key. It's overused, number one. Number one, it's overused. Number two, oh, you're old? Well, you shouldn't be using that term then, Coffee Bean. That's a Gen Z term. Like, Gen Z people say that way too much. But because you're old, I'll let you get away with it. Okay? Oh, sorry. Yeah, the crosswalk is open.
You gotta work 2 jobs now, sir.
I know. I just realized that.
You're the official button pusher now. We'll get you a traffic vest too if you want.
Exactly. Don't unpack it, said Lux. You think I'm cool and I love you lots. Oh, okay, that's way better than low key. You love me long time? That's good.
Got one of the original ones issued before they switched to the new
You're a
one.
96 Zillennial? Oh, I love Zillennials.
It looks a Nevada one.
Alex.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You guys, I'm so distracted. What happened to the guy? Oh, we're still watching him.
They started making the new
I'm so distracted in my chat.
supposed to reverse.
How about some tunes coming at you? I don't have an extra phone to play.
Supposed to go 3 numbers, 3 letters.
I'm not honest with myself. I do love you. Thank you. You said that in capital letters, so are we getting married on the Love Boat? You guys, can I tell you something crazy?
Brandon doesn't do that though. That's what they do.
Let's talk about it. The Love Boat promises something to everyone. Listen, I got a great story. We got to listen. We got to tell this story. Okay, one of the things about living in LA that's kind of interesting and cool to me. Okay, I grew up in Iowa. Okay, let's wait for this arrest and then I'll tell the story. It's a Love Boat story. That means you're serious, Coffee Bean? Do you drink the coffee bean and tea leaf? Where's Kelsey Marie? Is she here? I'm trying to pay attention to this possible arrest, you guys. But they're not really doing any sobriety tests. It looks like he's writing him a ticket. Maybe for no driver's license? The only test they've performed so far... Oh, sorry. I got to get out of everybody's way. The only test that they have really performed, you guys, is you tilt your head back and they look up at you. They're trying to see if you're on substances. They performed that test. They did that test. Anyway, when you live in LA, basically everybody's an actor. Let's start here. I'm trying to spit it out. In LA, everybody's an actor. Your fucking doctor's an actor. Your lawyer's an actor. Your gynecologist is an actor. Okay, maybe not as prevalent as it was 25 years ago, but it's a fact. It's a fucking fact. Okay, I'm not making this up. That's not to be funny. Yeah, they look up your nose and they look at your eyes and shit. I'm zoomed all the way in. And so my point is, most of these people who think they're actors are actually doctors, gynecologists, and everything else, because they actually have a real job. No, but what I'm saying is, 80% of your neighbors, like older people, not even older people, just 80% of your neighbors are actors who have worked on all your favorite TV shows growing up. And so you just never know, the neighborhoods look familiar, the streets look familiar, the highways look familiar, the infrastructure looks familiar, people look familiar because you grew up watching all of it on TV, right? If you're not from here. Well, if you're from here, you're from here. Like going down the freeway, you recognize everything because you watched Chips growing up. Oh,
Like when we worked
we're doing the test. Now we're doing the sobriety test, you guys. That was a long interview. Usually the pre-interview's not that long, you guys. We are doing sobriety checkpoints. We are doing, sobriety tests. We're doing a test. Here we are. Let's pay attention to the testing. And everybody's hot girls. Okay, so he's doing the finger test first. Shane, I used to say that too about tax dollars, Shane. And I found out last year, yeah, quiet on the set. We got to watch this guy go down. Quiet on the fucking set. You guys, I found out last year these are privately funded. Did you know that? By groups like MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers and shit like that. So last year they ran out of funding and they stopped doing them at the end of the summer. I don't know if they just don't do them in the winter because it's cold out, or if there's more of this happening in the summer. But a lot of this is not taxpayer money. But I assume some of it is. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna shut up and watch this guy get arrested before I finish my story, okay? We're gonna shut up. You guys can follow our page. We're gonna be in Hollywood tomorrow night because there's a really good DUI checkpoint where we're gonna be asking rabbis at a synagogue if it's America first or Israel first, okay? Very important question. You guys, low key, that guy's girl right there, low key, she was checking me out. She was checking me out, you guys, low key. Now, I understand she's checking me out because I'm filming, but I'd like to just fantasize that she was checking me out because she thinks I'm handsome. Okay? So let's not get excited. But she gave me the turnaround look like she was walking by me at the pool on the TV show The Love Boat. Right? She gave me the turnaround, like the look. Did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? Wow. And she stared me in the eyes while she held his hand. I felt like I felt like a swinger. I felt like a swinger. Hold on, we're missing the walk the line test. I felt like a swinger, you guys. I felt like a cuck. Do you guys know what a cuck is? I felt like he was the cuck. I don't even know what a cuck is. Was I the cuck or was he the cuck? Can someone explain how that works? All I know is there was two guys and one girl. She was holding his hand and she was looking lovingly at me. Although she was probably just looking at me because I'm a weirdo with two cameras. But listen, I'm not... This guy's trying to find a straight line for this guy to walk on. And he keeps going, well, that's not a straight line. Oh, shit, their whole equipment just went down. All their generators went down. Here we go, guys. Here comes the straight line test. I don't know. This is a very disorganized checkpoint, you guys. I've never seen one. Let's see how he does. He's not doing that bad. We've seen a lot of people do a lot worse. Oh my God, there's a smoking hottie.
I am being nosy. I am being nosy. I just want to know.
Okay, he seemed to do okay on that, you guys. Getting super distracted by these girls. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Hold on. All right, so he did the walk test. Now he's going to have to stand on one foot. This is the one that tells you everything you need to know. If you can't make it to 3 or 4 on this next test, you're usually toast. What is my type of girl? All of them. Oh, here goes the K-pop band. There's the K-pop band. I told you guys it was a K-pop band. That's a boy in the middle. That's a K-pop band. He's like a K-pop star. Anyway. What type of girl? I have a lot of favorites. I mean, I got a bunch of favorites. No, it was a K-popper. It wasn't a ladyboy. Devin said yours, I like guys. Well, from your mouth to God's ears, Devin. Devin, are you hitting on me? Look at this chick. Fuck. God, another Asian girly. This is the test I'm talking about, you guys. Oh, he's solid as a rock. This guy's a fucking... This guy... Send this guy home. Put this man in his car. Give this man his keys. This dude is rock solid. This dude should start giving the cops a DUI test. Give this man his keys. Oh my God. I'm gonna... the applause on that, dude. I can't do that sober either, Chainsaw. Give that man his keys. I'll let this man drive me home on a motorcycle. I'd let the guy drive me home on my 1978 KT 250. They're gonna keep testing this dude. This dude is... No way this dude is drunk. This dude's in the clear. I'm calling it right now. Unless they take him in for some bullshit like MJ use, you know what I mean? For using MJ. Outside of that, this dude, there's no way this dude's drunk on alcohol. This dude is not drunk on alcohol. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. You guys make sure you follow us. We're also on YouTube in the widescreen. So if you're just chilling back and you got your TV on, you can see it like in widescreen format on YouTube, you guys. It's a much better look. Here, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. If you're just chilling like on the couch, you can get that shit in widescreen, you know what I mean? It's like a better TV look, you guys. So make sure you follow the YouTube, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's in HD on YouTube, widescreen on the TV. I was playing it back on my TV the other night. I was like, this is so much better than vertical, man. I like the West one. The Westwood one is good because there's basically a hot chick walks by every 3 seconds. I mean, that's not happening downtown. I can tell you that right now. I go to these downtown all the time, and a guy walks by every 3 seconds that looked like he's about to shank me. But in Westwood, it's different. It's different. Things are different here. He has to go in the trailer to do a breathalyzer test and a blood test. I'll let you guys see. Here, hold on.
Keep going down until they tell you to stop.
I'll let you guys see. I'll give you guys a trailer look. So right here a month ago, a car came this way, an old lady came from this way, hit a guy on a bicycle right there at high speeds, like 80 miles an hour, drug the guy under the car on the bicycle and crashed right into this bakery, right where this wall is. And there were 2 more people in the bakery who got under the car. And the guy on the bike and the people under the car were all arrested. Unalived. And this is the memorial. This was about a month ago. And these are the people who lost their lives. This is about a month. We were here. We were across the street filming this. The bodies were still under the car and everything while we were filming it. And so tonight, they're doing a DUI checkpoint at the very location that happened. There he is in the trailer. I'm checking on my car though, you guys. I just had to check on my car. You guys, here he is in the trailer, so we can give you the trailer look. He's doing the breathalyzer. There he goes. There goes the breath. He's showing him the reading. So right now he's getting the breathalyzer. I don't think they do the blood test until they know you're drunk. Once they fail the breathalyzer and the field sobriety, then they draw blood. They have a nurse in there that actually draws blood. This dude was driving a red Lexus. It looked like a 90s, 99, red 99 or something. Anyone catch the year on that? If you refuse in California, it's an automatic driver's license suspension. And you'll still be arrested. And then they'll probably get a court order to take your blood. So you could refuse. You could refuse. Technically, you have the right to refuse, yes, but the truth is this is really unconstitutional federally. This is a state-enacted checkpoint system in California where the supermajority of Democrats on the I don't know what panel it is. This California Supreme Court has deemed, the California Supreme Court, not the United States Supreme Court, the California Supreme Court deemed this legal under certain conditions. So they have to put a sign that says there's a checkpoint ahead, which they do, but it's right at the corner, so really they don't. It's kind of shady. And then they don't test every car. They bring 5 cars in at a time and let other cars go by, so it's random in that sense. But it's still an illegal search and seizure, in my opinion. It's an illegal stop. There's no probable cause. I mean, you could probably refuse to answer the questions. One of my things is I drive through the checkpoint. So you like guys, Tim. Devin, are you hitting on me? It depends on if you're hitting on me, Devin. Devin, just tell me if you're hitting on me. Well, Tara, to be honest, I ain't never seen anything like this in Texas. Let me tell you a story, Tara. About Texas. I have seen one of these in Texas. And you know where I saw it? I saw it on the interstate about 50 miles outside of Fort Worth on my way in toward Fort Worth. And so I'm going down the interstate and I see the same sign they have here. It's a construction sign, and it said, I don't know what it said, but checkpoint ahead, and every single car had to stop and be looked at, right? And they're basically looking for people who are trafficking MJ, because there was an African American gentleman in the ditch with his car doors open, and they were just rifling through his shit. And so I'll tell you guys what the grift is on that. So what the cops do normally, if they want to search your car without probable cause in one of those, is they can just lie and say, I smelled MJ. All a cop has to do is say, I smell MJ, right? So that gives them probable cause to go into the car. You may not have any smell. You might not even have any MJ. They can just say that. Giant said you can say black. Okay, this black guy was in the ditch. What do you want? What do you want from me? You should go watch my movie where we joke about that topic. You should go watch my movie. It's unconstitutional in the country, you guys. That's why it's really important to always be filming everything you're doing and have a witness. Did you guys hear that Chuck Norris has been hospitalized? And no, I'm not doing a Chuck Norris joke. People were doing jokes in the comment thread. So Chuck Norris was taken to a hospital in Hawaii earlier today. He's 86 years old. He was there working out. And I used to work on Walker Texas Ranger in Dallas, Texas a lot. And I grew up a huge Chuck Norris fan. Joel, they probably are illegal in the state of Michigan. They're illegal federally. This is unconstitutional. You should be able to. You guys, we have a constitution, and is it the Fourth Amendment that doesn't allow illegal search and seizures? Anyway, Chuck Norris is a badass, you guys. And the first time I met him, I was playing with the weapons on the set of his show. I did a lot of episodes of Walker Texas Ranger. So every state has a Supreme Court. You have a state Supreme Court, and they rule on whether or not these are allowed. Your friend was neighbors with Chuck Norris. They always got his mail by mistake. Is that in Dallas, Hanson fan, or a different city? Because he hasn't always lived. See, the problem is, so the California Supreme Court ruled on this, and the DMV automatically suspends your driver's license if you refuse. You can't even get out of that. Can I hear what they're saying from here? No, but we know the drill. This guy's asking him questions about the procedures. I think he failed the breathalyzer, you guys. I like guys who are solid in their beers, because this guy, if this guy is drunk, this dude was standing on one foot like the Karate Kid. You know what I'm saying? This kid was killing it. No, these do take a while, you guys. This is pretty average. This is the average intake time for one of these things. They read them the riot act first for about 20 minutes. Then they do the field sobriety test. Then they take them. Then they give them the breathalyzer. Sometimes they do the breathalyzer right outside the trailer, but they did it in the trailer. Then, do they ever get mad at you for recording? They're usually too worried about what's going on around them. There's usually, like, at these things on a Friday night, like tomorrow night, the checkpoint I'm at, there'll be like 12 streamers. They don't normally get mad, no. They're usually just kind of in a panic and a worry about everything else. And then they also think we're just a part of it, because it's a whole big thing, right? And they think we're just like, a lot of people think we're a cameraman for the police. So a lot of people think we're filming for the police. Well, if you get caught for this in California, it costs you about $23,000. So me and Castillo did one of these last year, and they were handing pamphlets out that show you each cost. They show you the cost of court, a lawyer, the process, the fine, how the average cost. So depending on how much money you want to spend on a lawyer, you're going to spend anywhere between, I mean, even with a cheap lawyer, you're still going to be in for 20 grand in California. This guy seems to be passionately making a case for himself, though, you guys. I can almost hear him. I can almost hear him. I can almost hear him. He said something about being high. I have a feeling this guy's car smelled like MJ. And that's the problem with MJ, dude. You guys saw that guy standing on one foot. MJ does not impair you. In fact, it may make you a better driver. In fact, they actually have case study now that proves that being on MJ doesn't impair you as a driver. Now, maybe if you've never used it, or it's your first time using it, or you haven't used it in a while, that will make, but the difference is, if that happens, you'll be like, I am way too H to drive. But when you drink 20 beers, you never say, I'm way too drunk to drive. You just drive. But let's say you use MJ and you haven't used it in a while, and then you do a little, and then you're like, whoa, I am way too H to be driving. You know what I mean? And you don't do it. But if you're like, if you are established, you guys, do you know what percentage of people drive on that every day? Probably 50% in California, in LA for sure. And people aren't running people over, you guys. Drunk drivers run people over. If anything, it makes you drive slower and more intently, relaxes you. You're not road raging. But it took them a while, but they finally have case study. He said it's a fact. I didn't fail those tests. I passed those tests. I agree with him. I agree with him. I can hear him now. He said, I did not fail those tests. I passed those tests, and he absolutely passed those tests. He's saying that he was using MJ, I believe. And I think he passed the breathalyzer. And now they're debating if they take him to jail just because he was using MJ in the car. I do not like the fact that you would take... Listen, I have my own personal opinions. Everybody has their own opinions. Somebody just is on MJ, you don't take them to jail and then make them pay 20 grand. Okay? This happened to me. He probably admitted to it, yeah. The cop's trying to explain it out to him. Should we go interview his girlfriend? I'm gonna be bummed if they arrest him, man. You guys, at a checkpoint before, I have interfered and the cop got pissed. Once they're in this process, if you go talk to the person, you're interfering with an official act. Now, they're not gonna arrest me. They're just gonna yell at me and say, don't do that. So last year at a checkpoint, there was this one guy we've seen a lot of people we felt really bad for. And so I went up to a guy and asked him, if he had anyone to feed his animals, because this guy had animals at home and shit. And I said, dude, if you don't have anyone to go feed your animals, I'll do it. And the cop just started yelling at me. And honestly, I'm not going to say what I wanted to do to the cop because I'm on TikTok. But that pissed me off. Yeah, the old man. Do you guys remember that? And I went up and said, do you guys got anyone to drive your car home and, feed your dogs and shit? I was upset. We all felt bad for this guy. There's some people you just look at them and you feel like I would be a bad cop. Well, I wouldn't be a bad cop. I'd be a good cop because I'd be that cop that let that guy go. I would have let that old man go all day. This guy should be let go. He's sober. He is stone cold sober, even if he used MJ. This dude is stone cold sober. The problem is he was so high, he fucking was driving without his headlights on. But you know what I mean? I see cops driving without their headlights on sometimes. Driving under the influence is DUI. In Iowa, I think they call it an OWI, operating while intoxicated. I believe when I was young, it was called an OWI in Iowa. You guys go ahead and follow the page. We're going to be doing a really good checkpoint tomorrow. I know we got action here, but tomorrow night is a good one. Tomorrow night's a good one. I'm trying to do less of these, but I can't miss tomorrow nights. So I have to go. I have to do tomorrow nights. Tomorrow nights we're going to be asking all of the rabbis at the synagogue where the checkpoint is held if they are America first or Israel first. It's a very important question. They walk around with those hats. You guys know those big giant like fluffy hats that they wear? What are those called? What are those called? It's not a fedora. It's called like what are those big giant fuzzy hats that like the rabbis wear? No, not the yarmulke. The rabbi hats. The Kangol, I think that's right. Anyway, we asked him what that cost. One of those guys told us at the checkpoint it cost $5,000 for one of those. Not a turban. Have you guys heard the you guys, we got to pay attention to this. I was going to start doing jokes again. I'm trying to pay attention to the arrest. If this guy gets arrested, man, he's still pleading his case. We have to get closer so we can hear the dialogue, you guys. In Montana, it's a DUI. Ow. Do they have anybody else out? Anyway, this is where the car crashed right here. Came from this way. Let's see what's going on. He keeps looking at our camera, you guys. Can you see that? He keeps looking into our camera, you guys. He keeps taking a look right into our camera. I'm on his side here. I'm actually on his side here, you guys. I'm on this guy's side. This is such a long, drawn-out debate that I'm wondering where they're at on it. You know what I mean? This is interesting to me. If he was going to jail, he'd be going to jail. Or they told him he's going to jail and he's just not going to stop debating. He said, "You never told me you were going to impound my car." Oh, he is going to jail, you guys. He said, "I got a job, you guys. Don't impound my car." He's actually begging them to not impound his car. Oh, he is going to jail. Now, they have transport vehicles here. They're probably waiting on the blood test. It takes a while, you guys. This is a normal amount of time for this shit. It usually takes them a long time. I don't know what the... He's saying, "Come on, man." So this dude is going to jail, you guys. They're going to impound his car. Well, his girlfriend's here. Why can't she drive his car home? They only impound your car because they let you call someone to take your car if you have someone. You remember the old man who I said didn't have anyone to feed his pets? He didn't have anyone to call for his car either, and I was trying to drive the guy's car home. I think this is by the Eye Medical Center, I think. I have no idea, actually. It's at the market where those people got run over last month. He keeps asking about his car. Like, this is why I'd get in trouble for interfering. I'll drive his car home. You know what I mean? I'll drive his car home. Yeah, he's been begging with the prayer hands the whole time. You know, I'd take his car and park it, like, on a street where there's no violation to park it. Although that's difficult here. It's very difficult here. I don't like this arrest, though. I don't like this arrest. I hate this arrest. I like this guy that's sitting down with him. Yeah, I like the cop talking to him. I don't know. Nobody else has been pulled out, so I'm staying on this guy to see what happens. I'm watching to my left to see. They haven't pulled anybody else out. But this guy's got his hand on it. I feel bad. I feel bad pretty much for everybody that gets caught. I know a lot of people always go, dude, why you feel bad? You know, they're drunks. I got a big heart, honestly. I think people, I don't believe in one strike policies. If you're getting caught for the first time doing something, I feel like it should always be a warning. Now, if you were shit-faced drunk and you couldn't even walk and you're swerving in lanes, then take them to jail, throw the book at them. But if somebody is rock solid like this dude can stand on one toe and do a fucking pirouette. This guy could go fucking skate in the Olympics right now, okay? That's how solid this dude's balance is. And they're about to take him to jail. You know what I mean? He's fine. Let the fucking guy go home. You know what I mean? Dude is fine. He keeps asking about his car. I'm just saying it's no different than like the red light cameras. So we got red light cameras in LA now. There's two startup cameras, one up on Mulholland and the other one, I forget where it's at. And so for the first 6 months, if you get caught speeding on this speed, it's not a red light camera, it's a speeding camera. So if you get caught speeding on this camera for the first 6 months, I think it is, here comes the transport car. You only get a warning ticket in the mail. You don't get the ticket. Because they warn you first, you understand? And speeding is as dangerous as drinking and driving slow, right? So they give them a warning. This guy is rock solid. He's not drunk. I mean, why can't you write this dude a warning? You know what I mean? There's got to be a fucking a system in place that leverages an even hand across all law breaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it. Why is he pulled over? Because it's a DUI checkpoint. So first of all, it's unlawful, okay? The transport car is here. I believe it's unconstitutional. Well, it is unconstitutional from the perspective of the country and our Constitution, but it's a state law that allows him to do it. So why did he get pulled over? He pulled up with his headlights off. And I always tell people, man, they'll get you every time. They probably smelled the MJ in his car. I think they smelled the MJ in his car. Or he admitted it. I've seen a lot of people do this at DUI checkpoints. They'll pull up and say, hey, the cop asks you, hey, you had anything to drink or you had anything to smoke? And we saw that girl at that one checkpoint go, well, I had something to smoke about 6 hours ago. And fucking, she ended up going to jail. And let me tell you something, as a former MJ smoker, if you smoked something 6 hours ago, you're good after 6 hours. In fact, you're good right after you smoked it, but you're good 6 hours later. Yeah, a couple nights ago, they let some people who were flat out wasted. There was a guy that couldn't stand on do the 1/1000 test past 1/1000. He couldn't get past 1/1000 on the 1/1000 test. The guy fell over trying to walk the line. They just let him go. That was a fraudulent checkpoint. Now this guy, the transport car is here, dude. Oh my God, they backed up the cop car that's taking him. So they're just finishing up paperwork right now. But he's coming right out the trailer here in handcuffs and he's going in the car right to my right. They just backed it up. This is the officer that's taking him. The formalities they're waiting on and working out here is what to do with his car. He is begging them to do something with the car. There's the cuffs. There's the cuffs going on. Does he, because they allow you to call someone to get your car, due to the car. They've been fighting about the car. Everything we've been watching has been about the car, and the cops in there doing the paperwork on the table. He is now going to jail. There's the paperwork. So he's cuffed and stuffed, and we're gonna pan the perp walk. We're gonna do the perp walk panned. He said write the license or something. I don't know what they're doing with this car, you guys. Yeah, Lynn, me too. You guys, I get personal. My personal opinion gets heavily. Listen, I always have an opinion here, okay? And I know a lot of people get mad at me when I say let them go, but I'm telling you, they have this. We are wasting everybody's time and money here, okay? This guy's gonna spend $20,000 for nothing, man. For nothing, man. $20,000, man. I feel bad for this guy, straight up. Let me just block the knucklehead. I blocked the knucklehead. What's MJ? It's a word you can't say on TikTok. You guys know what MJ is, come on. The green leaf, you guys? The ganja. You can't say that on TikTok, you guys. You can't say it on TikTok. You muted him, I blocked him. Oh, there he is again. Hold on, there's another one. Hold on. Or no, that's not him. That's somebody else. Never mind. All right, he's gonna get... Yeah, edibles is a good move. He's getting a DUI, you guys. We're at a checkpoint. Checkpoint's only got about an hour left, but we're gonna pan this guy's arrest, and then we're gonna go back over to the checkpoint here. I'd love to move his car. I've tried to intervene before, but I get yelled at by the police for it. It's technically interfering with an official act once they pull the guy from the car. I can't really get in there. The cops are always nice. Hello, Lori. It's a $20,000 arrest, you guys. These are this costs you $20,000. It's an OWI in Iowa, Jay Kerr. It's a DUI in California, driving under the influence. OWI in Iowa is operating while intoxicated. Every state has their own acronym. I'm surprised I know how to use the word acronym, so I'm proud of myself just for saying that. How long will he be in jail for? Probably not long. Probably not long. Putting him in a hole financially in this economy when he really, let's be honest, man. The guy that drives down the street swerving and hitting people drunk after the bar, throw that guy in jail. That's fine. I have no problem with that. This guy's good. You guys, this guy's good. If you guys haven't been here, this guy's good. This guy's ace. He was in there telling him, I aced every test, and he did. His argument is clearly that he's on MJ and not alcohol. He passed the breathalyzer test, you know what I mean? But he's still going down. He's still going down. Just because of a little bud. This guy was right. I've never seen a guy stand on one foot like that. And I've been to the circus. I've never seen a guy stand on one foot like that. I thought it was the Rocky statue after a minute. I could have went up and pushed that guy and he would have stayed there on one foot. Oh, he could do the balance beam all day. I should give him my lawyer's number. I got a good lawyer for this. I may or may not have been in this situation in 2015. Don't want to talk about it. In a different scenario, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get the DUI charge, though. I got the possession charge. I had to go. I was court ordered into a diversion thing. Well, allegedly. I allegedly went through a diversion process to have the charges dropped. See, the cool thing about California is you can get in. I don't know how DUI works, but you can get a diversion opportunity where the charge is never, they drop the charges, basically. I had to do that to keep my record clean. I may or may not have had David Arquette's property in my glove box, you know what I'm saying? I was driving down Santa Monica Boulevard, minding my own business, smoking a bowl, and I got pulled over for having illegally displayed license plates. Apparently, it's against the law to display them in the glove box. And I paid a heavy price for that, you guys. But the cool thing is, I went to some AA meetings with Robert Blake. Yeah, King Kevin, I used to keep my license plates in the glove box so they couldn't give me parking tickets. So for a really long, and the glove box isn't being displayed. Well, McKelly, I'm glad you just explained the joke to everybody. Yes. McKaylee, it's a joke. It's a joke. But honestly, though, I agree. I disagree with you, McKaylee. Maybe there's a roach in the glove box. It's on display for the roach. Maybe there's a spider in the glove box. It's on display for the spider. You guys, about 15 years ago, hold on, they're still arguing about his car. About 15 years ago in California, okay, he's refusing again. So he's refusing in the blood test, I think. Hold on, the cop just came out and said he's refusing again. So there's some kind of hang up where he's refusing something. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, Robert Blake from Beretta. Marina? I'm glad I caught your comment. So Marina. Yeah, Robert, the late great Marina, the late great Robert Blake. I got, fuck, are you new here? Check it out. I had to go to AA. I went to his meeting for 6 months. Oh. You guys, this is what's happening. Here's what's happening, you guys. He's refusing to let them search his car, you guys. I got it figured out now. It sounds like he's refusing to let them search his car. And he's saying there's going to be a longer hold put on your car. I feel like they would have consent to do that. I think they need a warrant, maybe to search the car. So this has all been about a search of his car. He does know his rights, and he might be asking you to go to a hospital. Because if you request that you need to go to a hospital, they have to take you. This guy does know his rights. He knows his way around this. When you're arrested in LA for anything, if you demand to be taken to the hospital because for any reason, they actually have to take you to the hospital. This guy knows his shit. But yes, Marina, I went to these AA meetings with Robert Blake, and I can fucking tell you the greatest stories ever. And I know this is going to sound insane, and I shouldn't admit it. At one point, I recorded some of my AA meetings because this maniac, Robert Blake, he would do his share. If anybody knows anything about AA, hold on. Dude, these guys are so disorganized. Hold on. Matthew, I know, but Matthew, let me explain myself. So, you don't record an AA meeting. That's ridiculous, of course. Of course you don't. But when you're sitting next to a known schmurderer, Robert Blake, somebody who got away with schmurder, do you understand what I'm saying? And when he's sharing in the AA meeting, he is talking about said schmurder. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, brother? I don't give a shit what AA rules are. This man was acquitted by a jury, sure. And that's the problem with California. They acquit all celebrities who are on trial for murder. O.J. Simpson, Robert Blake. They didn't even arrest William Shatner. And look what he did to his wife. Robert Blake was talking about murdering people when he was doing his shares in an AA meeting. That is unbelievable. And I have the recordings to prove it. And you know what I did with those recordings? Nothing. Because I thought about it afterwards. And I was like, you know what? It's just the rules. I was like, I'm not supposed to do that. So I didn't do anything with it. I never did anything with it. Because that's AA is just what it is. It's anonymous. Even if Robert Blake is sitting there admitting to a schmurder that he's been acquitted of. Even if that happens. And I'm looking around the room like at the other 50 people going, are you guys? I'm looking around the room and listen, I used to show up and make the coffee with Robert. I'd sit there and eat the cake. We eat cake, we drink coffee. But my jaw would be on the floor. I'd be looking around at 50 people while Robert Blake was admitting to schmurder and talking about schmurdering other people. Okay, I'm gonna focus. They took the guy to jail, you guys. Let's walk around the scene here. Listen. You guys, if I ever meet any of you privately, I'll play it for you privately. But go talk to his girlfriend. I don't know where you guys, let me go look around here. Let's take a look around the scene. This guy went to jail. Ow. Let's see what's happening here. You guys, I had another thing I was talking about. I lost my train of thought. I don't know where his car is. But again, you guys, if you haven't been here, this is a memorial for the 3 people unalived. 1 month ago-ish, an older person was coming southbound on Westwood at a high rate of speed. They say high rate, 70, 80 miles an hour. Hit a bicyclist. The bicyclist got trapped under the car. The car just continued at like 80 miles an hour, never hit the brakes. Look, there's not even skid marks. And plowed straight into this bakery. And 2 people inside the bakery also got hit by the car. And all 3 of those people didn't make it. I mean, it was violent. We were here. We streamed it. We were across the street streaming it. And now 1 month later, they are running a DUI checkpoint at the exact location it happened. We were right across the street, right on that corner, streaming it. All the bodies were still here. The car was still in the bakery. The bodies were under the car. There was actually one of the bodies was over here. So the guy on the bike ended up here, but the car continued in where 2 more people got hit. Yeah, these are unconstitutional. And there's still a memorial, and it's still boarded up, and those are the folks that passed away right there, the names of the people who passed away. And there's a little rip sign there. And they used to have really good combo meals, I think. I'm not sure. Did the driver survive? It's a great question. I've never followed up in the news to see. Unless one of these people is the driver, that's a good question. One of these people actually could be the driver. You know what? I'd have to look into it. I'm not sure. It looks like we're only going to have one good arrest here, you guys. Capitol Records to the right? No, we're over here in, these are Beverly Hills buildings. These buildings are in Beverly Hills. Life is fragile, thank you. A famous director once said that to me at his house. And it was the first time someone had said it to me where it made sense. And I forget what we were talking about or watching. But he was like, life is fragile, you know, and I thought about it. And I was like, you know what? It is. It's like when you step on a bug. The old lady driver survived, says user 66, some thousand billion trillion. So I guess the driver survived, you guys, according to someone in the chat. The guy went to jail. The guy went to jail, you guys. Let's take a look at the whole, let's see if we can see the girlfriend or the car that they're trying to search. Let's just go take a quick look while they're pulling cars, because they keep coming back here. So I suspect right here is where that car is. They actually cut the road off, but like they'll take all of the, they'll just come park wherever they want because they're exempt. Let's see if we can find that guy's car. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. Thought I saw it. No. That's not it. Oh, that's my car. But this is what we call lovely Westwood, you guys. So we're here in Westwood, California, where there was a horrific accident at the market. Horrific. You know what I need? I need a bottle of water. A bottle of anything to go. Well, we're not far from the great Bob Newhart's house, you guys. We lost Bob Newhart almost 2 years. It's gonna be 2 years this summer that we lost Bob Newhart, you guys. 2 summers, and we've lost Robert Blake. And by the way, yeah, I went to AA with Robert Blake. Oh, that's what we were talking about. I also found out where the Ozzy Osbourne meeting was. I went to an AA meeting with Ozzy Osbourne. I also went to AA meetings with Bobby Lee. And a lot of other famous people. A lot of famous people in AA, guys, in LA. The cool thing about AA meetings in LA is there's a lot of famous people at them. And the Ozzy Osbourne meeting was unlisted. So if you know anything about AA actually has pamphlets that shows you where all the meetings are and when they are. The Ozzy Osbourne meeting was unlisted. It was at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room on Mondays at 5 p.m. And that's a little fun fact for y'all. That's a little fun fact. The Robert Blake, you smoke with Johnny Hopkins? Nice. The Robert Blake meeting. There's a lawyer arguing. There's a lawyer who wants to know all the case law and everything. Maybe it's this guy. Anyway, Robert Blake, the meeting for Robert Blake, it's still the best meeting in town, by the way, in my opinion, as far as an effective, great place, is on Moore Park in Studio City right between Whitsett and Laurel Canyon on the north side of the street. There's a church. That was the Robert Blake AA meeting, which is not far from the house where he unalived Bonnie Lee Bakley. Well, the house is right by Vitello's, where he actually, on the street that he unalived Bonnie Lee Bakley. So the guy in this car is demanding case law and shit. The funny thing about a DUI checkpoint in LA, in Westwood, in UCLA, is a bunch of these guys are lawyers. They're asking for case law. I would arrest him just for asking a stupid question. I'd pull him out and make him walk the line just because he's a lawyer. You know what I mean? He deserves to stand on one foot. Pull his ass out and put him on one foot. Anyone know what he meant by Shatner? I want to carefully say that I'll carefully tell you about William Shatner, okay? The point I was making about William Shatner is I was explaining to you this lawyer's making people back out of the DUI checkpoint. Other people are having to back out of the checkpoint because this guy's demanding case law and shit. Is this guy drunk or something? This is crazy. This guy is demanding case law before he answers the questions and shit because he's a lawyer. This is really kind of good, you guys. Actually, this just got interesting. So this guy's refusing to answer the questions and he wants paperwork with case law. Okay, this is good. We got to get closer to this. Hold on. You guys, we got to get a better look at this. Oh, they let him go. They let him go. Are they going to deal with him up there? Hold on. Let's see what's happening here. Hold on, let's see what's happening. They made him get out of the way. Oh, is that dude's Lexus up there? Okay, we're gonna go over there, you guys. Hold on. Anyway, the point I was making about William Shatner is, I was saying OJ was acquitted of schmurder, Robert Blake was acquitted of schmurder, and they were both celebrities. So juries tend to acquit celebrities more than they do regular people. The reason, what I was saying about Bill Shatner is he was smart enough to not get caught. Do you feel what I'm saying? William Shatner was smart enough to not get caught. It is the guy's car. They're searching it. It is the guy's car. It is the guy's car. They're searching the guy's car. So it is the guy's car and they're searching it. So this is what they were fighting about. He was not giving them permission to search his car. Yeah, they'll impound it. They'll impound the car as well. He did not consent. He refused consent the whole time. They had to, I think they got I don't know how fast, I don't know how long it takes them to grab a warrant, you guys. I don't know how long it takes them to get a warrant. So maybe they got a warrant, maybe they didn't. But they searched the car. But he absolutely refused. That's what that whole fight was about. And what I was talking about with William Shatner is, William Shatner's wife was found floating in the pool about 25 years ago. A lot of people don't even know this story. William Shatner was one of my neighbors. Okay, I live in LA, so celebrities are always my neighbors. in Studio City, okay? His wife was found floating in the pool, unalived, okay? They deemed it to be an accident because she was so drunk that she just unalived in the pool. I happen to think it's a different scenario. You know, they couldn't find any probable cause to charge him. And all I was saying was, you can take that as a joke. You can say, how do you know? You can say whatever you want. All I'm saying is, if you're going to do what OJ did to his wife, or you're going to do what Robert Blake did to his wife, or you're going to do allegedly what William Shatner may or may not have done to his wife, make sure there's no evidence. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, OJ was sloppy about what he did. OJ could have done it on video and they would have acquitted him. OJ, if it happened today and somebody filmed it with a cell phone, they would have acquitted OJ. Okay? Robert Blake also you could have filmed Robert Blake's with a cell phone. Couldn't have been more obvious. They acquitted him. And look at the Natalie Wood thing, right? What I'm saying is, we didn't see a celebrity get convicted of murder until recently. And who was it? I can't remember who it was. Somebody finally got convicted. Fuck, who was that recent? Yeah, Phil Spector. Somebody finally got convicted. It was fucking Phil Spector got convicted. Phil Spector got convicted. And you guys, I know my stories sound crazy. I'm going to tell you right now, the night Phil Spector did that to the waitress from the House of Blues, I was at the House of Blues. Chris Pierce played that night. I don't know the waitress, but it was the tall blonde waitress. That's the very night, that night at whatever, between 2 and 4 a.m., that happened with Phil Spector and the waitress.
That's
Now,
lens, right?
What's that?
Is that the skinny lens?
I got.
Make me look skinny?
Oh, yeah, for you I do.
Okay. Make sure you edit it before
For
it
you,
goes too live.
I'm trying
viral.
to. Hey, I'm trying to lower. I might look skinny, but my cholesterol's not good. Hey, was that guy asking for case law?
Yeah. He was asking for
Was
all
he
the
a
case
lawyer?
law and the probable cause. I have no idea.
Was he like saying, I'm not going to answer the questions? Or?
Yeah, he didn't want to pull in, and then he didn't want to give us anything.
It must have been a lawyer.
I don't know what he was.
Because usually I'm like in the inner city, I don't usually catch like somebody asking.
Yeah, we had a DUI attorney that came through earlier, and she was more than happy to come through, just fine.
Nice.
And then she also does like influencing stuff, so she did still video of it.
And then what happened with this guy?
This one?
He was refusing, but I couldn't hear what he was refusing.
Oh, I have no idea. I was out on the line the whole time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But that's the only one I've seen tonight.
Yeah. From the checkpoint, at least.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing? Well, hey, have a good night, man.
Yeah, sorry that wasn't more action for you.
No, that's plenty, man. That's
It's a
plenty.
popular hit spot, though.
Yeah. Well, the cop's hella cool, you guys. That cop was a little fat. He said, make sure you put your skinny lens on to make me look skinny. That was hilarious. Anyway, I did not see Phil Spector at the House of Blues that night. He was there. I didn't see him. Place was big. I saw the waitress because I knew who she was. It was this tall, hot waitress that worked there. I was there all the time. But that's the night Chris Pierce played in the big room, not the foundation room downstairs. But that's the night Phil Spector shot her. But he was the first celebrity I saw actually get convicted of what they did. Anyway, well, they searched his car, and now they're towing it. Now they're taking it away. Turns out the headlights do work. Phil Spector was a creep. Oh, there was a hung jury. Really? I kind of remember that. Yeah. I do remember. It took a second trial to convict him. It's not easy. Now, we're in a different day and age now, and now these aren't schmurders, but we have seen convictions from the Me Too movement. So they put Weinstein away forever. They put Ron Jeremy away. They put Danny Masterson away. All for crimes that were committed years ago when it was socially acceptable for them to be doing what they did. And what do I mean by that? Exactly what I just said. It was socially acceptable. Guys, when I came here 27 years ago, it was a fact that if you were a young 20s hot actress, you were looking for your avenue into the movies by getting to Harvey Weinstein's house. I'm not saying every girl wanted that, but trust me, these were the groups and the circles I ran in. That was when you're a young, hungry, not Nepo baby trying to break into this industry, there's only certain avenues that you can find to poke your head into it. And you still need luck after that. If you're not a Nepo baby, you knew back then the only way was through... You guys, who hasn't heard of the casting couch? You guys ever heard of the casting couch? That was Harvey Weinstein's couch. And not just his couch. That's always been Hollywood. That's always how Hollywood has worked. I've been on a casting couch with GAY men. I know exactly what the casting couch is. I've been on the couch of some of the most high-profile, famous movie directors in the business who don't like girls. They like boys, you understand? So it's not just a girl's thing. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll name names if you want to know. You know who Victor Salva is? You want me to name them? I mean, it's not like it's not public information. These people, there's been accusations against these people who aren't even directors. What about the actors? Do you guys know what actor I'm talking about? You guys remember who directed Superman back in 2005? That's one of the most famous SAs of young boys in the business. I don't want to throw a lot of names around. I'm scared about what I say on TikTok, but yeah, dude. Come on. It's not just women. It's not just women that face the casting couch. It's men as well. Let me send you off to do a little something. Who here, raise your hand if you saw the movie Jeepers Creepers 2. Okay, Jeepers Creepers 2. Not the first one, the second one. Anybody in here ever seen the second Jeepers Creepers movie? Okay, that's an entire basketball team full of young, hot boys. Yes or no? Do you remember the opening scene where all the young, hot boys are laid out on top of the school bus? Kind of sexed out on top of the school bus? Okay, that's a famous director who went to prison, was convicted of having fellatio with a 12-year-old boy on the set of his first movie. That man went on to make the movie Powder when he got out of prison. That man made Jeepers Creepers 2. You think that man was looking for women on his casting couch? No, that man was looking for boys on his casting couch. Clown House was the movie. Thank you, Billy Jackson. Billy Jackson knows what's going on. That's Victor Salva. The movie was Clown House. I'll tell you a fucking great story right now. I love that Billy Jackson knows exactly what I'm talking about. A GAY guy, and I'm only going to say he's a GAY guy because for the purpose of the story, from San Francisco named Victor Salva was an aspiring young filmmaker. And he made a shitty 30-minute short film. He sent it into a contest in LA. He won the contest. So he ignorantly came down. The contest was sponsored by Francis Ford Coppola. Okay, the guy showed up at Francis Ford Coppola's office and walked in and said, I won your movie. He said, I won your movie contest and I'm here to make a movie. Like, this is almost an absurd story that this happened. Francis Ford Coppola said, let the assistant bring him into his office, sat him down. Francis Ford Coppola gave him $200,000 to make a movie called Clown House. He let him use his house as a location. He gave him old cinema cameras that are so loud that you had to do all the sound afterwards. Well, Clown House was the first movie you ever saw. The great, what's his name? I forgot his name. Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell's first movie was Clown House. Sam Rockwell's first movie was Clown House, you guys. And you know who else was in Clown House? 2 other young boys that the man cast. One of the boys was 12 years old. Well, the director of that movie, Victor Salva, recorded himself on video having sexual relations with the 12-year-old boy. He was convicted and he went to prison. And he was beat in prison. He was beat badly in prison. And while he was in prison, he wrote a movie. You know what movie he wrote? He wrote a movie called Powder. Do you understand? If you've seen Powder, now you know what that represents. The albino weird outcast kid is the director. It's a reflection of his own outcast life. When he gets out of prison, Disney made that movie and they didn't know anything about his past. Emily, I'm quite focused, Emily, on a fucking really good story. Do you understand? I'm gonna have to mute you if you keep saying it. I'm telling one of the most fucking interesting stories in the fucking world right now. Do you know what I'm saying? He gets out of prison with his script for Powder, which is Powder, by the way, is one of the greatest movies ever made. I love that fucking movie. Fucking Disney finances the movie. They make the movie. They shoot the movie. They are about to release the movie. They know nothing. They know nothing about Victor's past. Disney. That they just had a child pedo make a movie for them, right? So the kid who was molested started protesting in the streets during the release of the movie. And it was a huge deal. This is when it broke in the news nationally. It was a huge story. Huge fucking story. They still released the movie. They still released the movie. The movie went on to be critically acclaimed. A hit. And in Hollywood, he didn't get blacklisted. He didn't get fucking blacklisted. After that, he went on to make more movies. He made the weekend of 9/11, 2001. That's right, when the terrorist attacks happened. That was the lowest grossing box office in the history of Hollywood. The Friday night after the Tuesday 9/11 attacks in New York City. But even though it was the lowest grossing box office, somebody still had to be number one. Do you understand? Well, somebody had just made a horror movie called Jeepers Creepers, and it was none other than Victor Salva, the director of Powder. Jeepers Creepers made $17 million, was the number one movie that weekend. And it doesn't matter. You got a hit movie and you got another number one movie. Hollywood doesn't blacklist you even if you're a pedo. He then went on to make Jeepers Creepers 2. Do you think Tim talks in his sleep? Just knock it. I do talk in my sleep, actually. Okay? Leave me the fuck alone. So, when I came to Hollywood, there was a major motion picture casting for a horror movie called Jeepers Creepers 2. And the guy I came to Hollywood with got cast in the movie. And that's how I know everything I just told you, actually, because I went on to become friends with Victor Salva. And I knew the guy for 2 years before I even knew all of this shit. I went into my agent's office and I said, dude, I've been hanging out with this really famous director up at his house in the hills. And I'm probably going to get put in one of his movies. And my agent goes, who is it? And I go, it's Victor Salva. And he goes, don't you ever fucking tell anybody that you've been hanging out at Victor Salva's house again. And he goes, you need to stop associating with him. And I was like, all right, what happened? And he went on to tell me all these stories. Sorry, I'm distracted now. Huh? Well, listen, all you people who like watching boring fucking lives, then fucking go watch a boring fucking live. I'm here to fucking tell interesting stories and try and be entertainment. You understand? I'm trying to be interesting. This whole fucking world has changed into a disgusting mess. You know what I mean? Do you remember when watching media, you did it because people actually put an effort into pre-production and production? They actually made an effort to tell a joke. They actually made an effort to entertain you. If you want to go watch something without sound, then go watch it. You know what I mean? Then don't be here. Skate out of here. Go find something boring to watch. It fucking amazes me when people are like, hey. What are you talking about? It'd be like going to a comedy show and you want the comedian to come out and just stand on the stage and look at you. Do you understand? You want your comedian to come out and you want a band to come out on stage when you go to a concert and just have them fucking stand there and look at you? You fucking maniacs. Focus. I love people focus. Focus on what? There's 5 cars coming in here at a time. It doesn't get interesting until they pull someone out of the car. So what, do you want to stand here in silence and watch nothing? You guys are watching it. Here it is. It's right in front of you, man. No, Mr. Pregnant, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying relax, bro. It's not that serious. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you. I came to LA in 1999. I watched them fucking light up the Hollywood sign at the Millennia. And I'll admit right now, I drove home drunk. I was wasted. I drank a whole bottle of liquor. I was begging my body to stay between the lines, begging myself. I threw up in my lap on the 101 freeway. Threw up in my lap, just fucking flying down the freeway, just holding that fucker steady, you know what I mean? Holding it fucking steady. I'm not lying. You're in Okoboji, that's where I'm retiring. I'm going to retire in Okoboji. I'm from Iowa. The greatest state in the fucking nation, the heartland. Jenna Sky, not only have I climbed on the Hollywood sign, I made a music video sitting on the letter H. And if you go to my YouTube channel and look at the video for Timmy, you'll see me sitting on the letter H and hanging out on the Hollywood sign. So the answer to that question is yes, Jenna Sky. Of course I have. I might retire in Sun City. I can throw a pigskin a quarter mile. I've been in a cow chipping, what is it? Cow chip? What do we call those? Cow patty? I've been in a cow patty slinging contest. I won the grease pole contest at my local fair, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Frontier days. I won the fucking grease pole contest, climbing contest. I love Arnold's Park. You guys know who Bryan Singer is? You want me to get back on this pedo shit? You know who Bryan Singer is? Bryan Singer is one of the most famous movie directors in the world, okay? This guy likes young boys too, okay? And I met him at Victor Salva's house. And all of those stories that you heard about, remember when actors were suing him for what they did to him? All those stories are true. Those are all true stories. I sat in a private meeting with Bryan Singer, Victor Salva, and I'm not going to name a few of my friends, some other people. And Bryan Singer tried to convince me that Matt Damon performed favors to break into the business. I don't know if this is true, but Bryan Singer told me it is. Bryan Singer told me that Matt Damon sat on the casting couch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's true, but I know Bryan Singer told me it was. Did Bryan Singer end up going to, Beats and Brands? Maybe not, Beats and Brands. Maybe not. I'm just telling you what Bryan Singer told me. And I'll be honest with you, I lean toward not believing it. I don't believe Bryan Singer. I think Bryan Singer is just obsessed with every young, good-looking Hollywood guy. And I think, if he said he meant it. So if it's not true, he was just lying to our faces. Victor Salva confirmed it. Victor Salva said it is true. I asked Victor. I said, "Is that true, dude?" And Victor Salva, I can name other names that I was told by those guys, but I'm just telling you, this is the thing I think ended up being cool about it. Me and my buddy, who's in this live, by the way, he watches our lives. He's probably in here. You guys all know him, Travis. He comes in these lives. He'll come up in the box and confirm every bit of information that I'm telling you right now, because he was there. And I'll tell you right now, there's more names than that we were told about. But the cool thing about it is we were known by these guys as the straight guys. So they knew not to fuck with us. Well, it's not that they knew not to fuck with us. They tried. Trust me, they had us on the casting couch. They had their shot at us. But they still liked us. Even though we were straight dudes, they liked us. It is Epstein shit. It's Epstein shit. We once got thrown out. It was me, Travis, our buddy Chris, who's a big-time editor at Warner Brothers now. He's one of the biggest editors over there. Chris and two of his brothers. 5 straight guys. We were at Victor's house. It was one of these Hollywood parties. It's all young boys, right? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We're wasted. We're in the backyard eating pizza, and we're just hammered. We're fucking hammered. There are young, naked boys now jumping in the pool. And now we're the 5 straight guys over at this table making fun of everything that's going on around us. And they ended up throwing us out. That's the only night they threw us out. And you know why they threw us out? Do the math. Why do you think they threw us out? We're over there heckling what's going on, right? And these famous directors with young West Hollywood boys over there at the pool, they threw us right the hell out of the house. It's time to go, guys. It's time for you boys to go. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And when I'm doing my podcast, which there's been a big delay in my podcast, I'm going to be bringing people in and interviewing people, and we're going to be talking about these specific stories, you know? This is going to be everything I talk about in my podcast. True stories, calling people out. I don't give a shit. I'm past the point of caring whether or not, it's going to hurt your career. Not at this point. Okay? My time's, I did my time. Okay, can't hurt me. I make my own way now. So I'm not doing it to expose anyone. These are all people who've already been exposed. I'm just gonna go confirm and talk about shit, dude. You know, that's it. I'm gonna bring in the actors. I'm gonna bring in the people that I was there with, and we're gonna talk about it. Justin Bieber, I don't have firsthand personal knowledge of any of that, but yes, that's got to be 100% true. The things that were happening to him with Diddy, I believe that to be. I would, if I had to lean into a percentage, I would say that's 80 to 90% true, for sure. And that kid's got a lot of problems. I mean, think of, like guys like Ashton Kutcher. He's from Iowa. I call him Chris because that's his real name, Chris Kutcher. He knows what Diddy was doing. He knows all about the Diddy shit. I was around in those times. I worked on Punk'd and all that shit. I was in those circles. Those were the circles we ran in. You know, every day it's Punk'd is shooting in Hollywood, and you know we're background on Punk'd. We're this and that. This was all going on. This was all happening behind the scenes. It was known in circles. It was known in the crowd, in the acting world. We knew about the Weinstein couch. We knew what's happening with Diddy. We knew all of that. It was open knowledge in our communities. This is with the circles of Hollywood. This is the same location. I'm from Fort Dodge, Iowa. They call it the Dirty. It's a crazy town, man. It's a crazy town. Ruth says, and no one cared. I mean, that's why I said earlier, it was socially acceptable for all of the things I'm talking about. And it was before the Me Too movement and shit like that, and before millennials and Gen Z said, no, we're not going to have this in our culture anymore. Yeah, it was socially acceptable. You know, we used to use the N word and the R word on TV shows. You know, I mean, this is just an evolution of social norms happening before our eyes. I mean, they used to use the N word on the Jeffersons all the time and other shows. Yeah, for entertainment purposes, I have no firsthand knowledge of anything Diddy did. I'm just telling you what I heard in circles in the acting community. I don't know anything. Allegedly, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do you understand? Iowa Falls, sweet. Sweet. You guys, if you subscribe to the YouTube, thank you. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We only had one arrest here tonight. Appreciate you coming in and checking into YouTube in our horizontal format and not vertical. We're in horizontal format. Summer camp in Okoboji is the shit. Why did I move to LA to go to film school? I was a touring musician, not really in the Midwest. I was a musician. I was in bands in Dallas, Texas after Iowa. I left Iowa with my band in a van. We went to Dallas, Texas. A couple of bands. We played down in the Dallas scene with bands like Pantera and Trippin' Daisy. You know, just the southern scene, you know what I mean? The Butthole Surfers, you know, Austin bands, Reverend Horton Heat. And then after about 7 years in Dallas, and some success in the music business and some failures, I decided to After doing some episodes of Walker, Texas Ranger and a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, I wanted to go to film school for a couple of semesters at least. I ended up going to get my certificate in cinema at Los Angeles City College, so I came to LA. Jean-Claude Van Damme's assistant said Travis could stay at his apartment. He was a real JIY assistant. He was like, "You guys doing good?" He would say, "You doing good?" But I lived in my Ford Escort for about 2 weeks. I was allowed to go in and sleep on the couch if I wanted, but I was learning a lot about LA, you know, and the valley from the city. It was a big difference in travel. Anyway, I ended up living in my Ford Escort for a couple of weeks and got an apartment in Sherman Oaks. AI says it's a live stream discussing Hollywood scandals and the casting couch. That's what AI says, you guys. AI says we're discussing Hollywood scandals. Jean-Claude Van Damme petered out of the business a little bit, basically. Yeah, he petered out. There's this one producer who would produce his movies for a while. So after Universal Soldier: The Return, he only did a couple more movies that were really doing anything. That's one of the greatest experiences of my life, man. We were we did stunt double work, utility stunt double work, and stand-in work, and photo double work, and precision driving. And we did the whole movie. Me and my buddy Travis did the whole movie. He was Jean-Claude Van Damme's double, and I was the main opposite actor's double. Xander was his name. And we would rehearse fight scenes and shit.
You stringer?
I'm a hacky stringer. I'm not a real stringer.
What's that?
I mean,
I love your tripod. That's a cool tripod, man.
Thank you. I mean, I stream and make content and make a little bit of cash here and there, but I don't put a lot of effort into my new stringing. I could.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard work, right?
Yeah, chasing it down intensely in the car at night. I mean, and then getting it in your car and editing and all that. It's a little intense. I have other means to get along with life, so I haven't committed to it fully. But yeah, I do it. Is that what you're here doing?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I have my own news outlet, and yes, I do that. Daredevil
Oh, so
stuff,
you do that?
sometimes.
Oh, well, awesome.
Yeah,
What-
I mean, you know, yeah, you kind of have to have a day job too. Like, it's definitely
Yeah, you
not
have to do
something
both,
you can do
right?
all the time. But
Well, what do you think of these things?
I think it's good. You know, I think it's great. I think it's very good.
You know about the crash that happened here
Oh
then?
yeah, totally. Yeah,
I was here for that.
yeah. It's like that was horrible.
I got in trouble on TikTok because they said I gave misinformation.
Oh dear.
I interviewed the public information officer and then speculated about what happened.
Yeah, nothing gets in trouble faster than speculation. Hello.
There you are.
I wanted to show you my, I just wanted to.
Alex.
Alex, yes. You're Alex too? Or I'm Alex? I'm Alex. You're Alex? I'm Alex. Yeah, Alex.
Oh, Karina, hold on. I'm still sizing the situation up. Hold on. You guys, they shut this down. This is over, you guys. No, they're shutting it down. It's over, you guys. We only had one arrest. It's over. But I gotta check out this chick that just came up on me. You know what I mean? You gotta figure this chick out here. Her name is Alex. You guys make sure you subscribe in the YouTube. Make sure you follow us here on TikTok. Lushly, yeah, that's about right. She asked if I was a news stringer. I told her I was a hack. At least I'm honest. You know what I mean? The YouTube is the same username. Make sure you jump over there. It's at Tim Pingle. Same username. TIMPINGEL. Okay?
She had to have had conditions that created that short circuit in her brain prior to getting her.
That's when it starts to become a business and you'll be driving.
Yeah, 92, yeah.
My mom's 80. She's like, I don't want to drive the car. She's like, I can't drive the way I used to drive.
You gotta drive though, like in LA, right? LA is like the hub of, well, soon we might not, all of us might not be driving because the gas prices keep going
I
up.
mean, we're giving away more.
We're all gonna be driving on solar.
You never know.
Yeah, the Wimbers. No, the Wimbers are, yeah. You know the things that really like Poco, you know, the Poco, those things.
Yeah, I see them all the time.
They were interrupting this all
You
night.
saw that,
I
remember?
always
Yeah.
worry that somebody is gonna put some kind of crazy device in there, you know, and run it into a place.
Yeah, you never know.
Every time I see one of those,
Because
even
nobody-
in India control those.
Nobody pays attention. It's just there.
I know. I always say. I think I'm right. At least with instructions. So where do you do the? So this is the clinic where you guys do the test, or how do you do this for the blood alcohol? How does that work? The one on the table. That's on the breath.
All right, you guys. They're shutting her down. They're shutting it down. All right, you guys. She's too caught up with the cops. I'm checking out. I'm not interested. I don't believe her that she's in New Street. There's some. This dude's telling the cops to fuck off. He's saying fuck the police. This guy's attacking the police. He walked away. They shut this down quick. This guy's got some cones on his car. He's got some cones on his car. All right. All right, you guys. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Thank you, YouTube. I'll see you tomorrow night. Appreciate it, Linda. See you mañana.